In the last voiceover video, I made a lot of cuts to shorten the length, because there was a lot of retakes during the actual recordings. There was a lot of fluff, and so this time, I tried my best to do it all in one shot. Hello, I am Enix Blaze. Rerouting coordinates for B9. Hello, I am Enix Blaze. Ratchet, don't go through that door. Rerouting coordinates for B9. Ratchet, don't go through that door. Ratchet, don't go through that door. Hugh Hefner is on the other side. Rerouting coordinates for B9. Your ship contains a mag booster. Your ship contains a mag booster. Rerouting coordinates for B9. Alright. So I think that we can do some more stuff. Alright. The most underground thing you'll watch that's completely illegal, now airing on pay-per-view. Come watch it. The ratings are through the roof. Deadlocked. Oh yeah. Who doesn't like a bit of Gladiator in their morning coffee? Ratchet Deadlocked was an action-dipped platformer released in late 2005 as something that promised to bring even more shooter elements into the series than years before. The game was released just a hair shy of the Xbox 360's debut in North America and appeared to be an attempt to steal the show. The original Xbox brought a rise to the online console shooter scene and promised even bigger things with the next console's platform. Everyone wanted a piece of the pie, and this game wasn't much different. This was the first game in the series not to feature Clank's namesake in the title, and much like the title of the game, its recipe is different at its core, too. Its recipe is different at its core, too. Hardcore! 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 This is not the game you're used to. The historically large open worlds and rich landscapes have since been replaced by short, drab, industrialized manufacturing places. The intro to the game seems promising. Seems like we might have some depth. And then everything stops making sense. All the heroes in the universe are getting kidnapped. Let me say that again. All of the heroes are getting kidnapped. What the fuck? And they're all forced to play this Hunger Games style tournament for their freedom and fame. They have to make it through gladiator-style challenges, all while it's being broadcast as the most popular show in the galaxy. Yet it's also the most underground network out there. Okay. Alright, we're gonna take another take. This is not the game you're used to. The historically large open worlds and rich landscapes have since been replaced by short, drab, industrialized manufacturing places. The intro to the game seems promising. Seems like we might have some depth. And then everything stops making sense. All the heroes in the universe are getting kidnapped. Let me say that again. All of the heroes are getting kidnapped. What the f***? And they're all forced to play the Hunger Games style tournament for their freedom and fame. Yeah. They have to make it through gladiator style challenges, all while it's being broadcasted as the most popular show in the galaxy. Yet it's also the most underground network out there. Okay. You've got a deadlock collar around your neck, just like in the movie Saw, and they'll detonate it if you're found to be too boring. Alright, Ratchet, fight your way through and find out way out. Alright, Ratchet, fight your way through and find a way out of this mess without the evil bad man finding out. You start off the game playing pretty basic levels in an arena type format. Not too bad. This must be the tutorial, I think to myself. But then you start off the game playing. Take two. Second paragraph. You start off the game playing pretty basic levels in an arena type format. Not too bad. This, must be the tutorial, I think to myself. But then level after level, it's more of the same. All the levels are extremely short, and completing them doesn't feel like I'm making much progress. And it seems like it. Alright, take three. You start off the game playing pretty basic levels in arena type format. Not too bad, this must be the tutorial, I think to myself. Take 4. You start off the game playing pretty basic levels in an arena type format. Not too bad, this must be the tutorial, I think to myself. But then level after level, it's more of the same. All the levels are extremely short, and completing them doesn't feel like I'm making much progress. It seems like at any point in time, it's just gonna ask me to put a quarter in the slot to continue. I mean, the levels are literally called challenges. There are multiple difficulties, and the standard difficulty is far too easy. The controls, they aren't bad, they're completely workable, probably the best in the series so far. And you're given a couple robot companions off some other dead dude who doesn't need them anymore, and they're, they're actually okay guys. They aren't brain dead AI, and they both seem pretty helpful, and they have unique personalities. It's probably the highlight of the game. They actually kill stuff too, so it's not just, they're not just along for the ride. The UI is enjoyable and no longer looks if though BP or Exxon Mobil had an orange juice spill all over the screen. Occasionally you're slapped in a giant 4-legged robot called the Leviathan. The Leviathan is forced upon you, and it's clunky and... The Leviathan is forced upon you and is clunky and... Alright, take 2 on third paragraph. Occasionally you're slapped into a giant 4-legged robot called the Leviathan. The Leviathan is forced upon you and is clunky, and all while not feeling challenging at all. Occasionally you're slapped into a giant 4-legged robot called the Leviathan. The Leviathan is forced upon you and is clunky and doesn't feel challenging at all. These levels might as well be cutscenes because they almost complete themselves and they just drag you along and you're just kind of there. Controlling the dang thing is frustrating. It's too fast to feel like a real mech and too slow to actually feel good to pilot. There's also only 10 guns in this game. Yes, only 10 guns in a Ratchet and Clank game. You would think that a game that puts more emphasis on shooting guns would have lots of guns, but nope. They try to fix it with the weapons modification system. It's not too bad, it really isn't. Each weapon can be customized, and for the most part, they all feel useful. Each gun can be leveled up, and the weapons all have goofy names and descriptions, which is on par with the series, but you never know what you're buying. Visually, the game, there's progressive scan. Visually, the game, there's progressive scan. Visually, the game, there's progressive scan. visually, the game, well, there's progressive scan. Unfortunately, the camera stopped rolling, and I didn't have a chance to start it up again when I was recording. But hopefully, there was enough there to see a little bit of the recording process.
Million, 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 million. Thirst, 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 thirst.